Oh, shh. So this is the secret way to factorizing. So don't tell anyone. Now, here it is. We're looking at factorizing some quadratics. This is the quadratics that we're looking at, right? So the ones that are a bit more difficult, where you've got a number in front of the x squared, so where the coefficient is what you say is bigger than 1, right? Now, this method is not the method that you're going to learn at school, right? This is a little secret one, so keep this one quiet. Now, let's get through it. It actually starts the same way as you've seen previously. We start by just labeling, right? So A, B, and C. A is just the number in front of the x squared, so that's 2 in this question. B is the number in front of the x, that's minus 11. And C is the constant on the end, which is 5. Perfect. Next thing, multiply A and C together. So that's 2 times by 5, which just gives me 10. And then note down what B was, which is minus 11. So now what do? We start thinking of pairs of numbers that multiply to make what A times C was. So that was 10, wasn't it? So we need to think of numbers that multiply to 10. So I can think of 5 times 2, or minus 5 times minus 2, or 10 times 1, or minus 10 times minus 1. Which one do we need? We need the one that adds to give us minus 11. Which one is that going to be? That's going to be minus 10 and minus 1. So I'll pop that in here, minus 10 and minus 1. There it is. Now what do? So this is where it becomes, this is where it is a little bit different to the other method, right? What we do is set up 2 brackets. So 2x at the front and 2x at the front. Why 2x at the front? Well, because we had a 2 as the coefficient of x squared this time, okay? So note that down. Because whatever number's there, that's going to go in the front of your bracket there and there, okay? Write it down now. And now all we do is we take the 2 numbers that we selected and just throw them into our brackets. So minus 10 and minus 1. Almost there. Now what we do is we just treat this like they were, I don't know, like ratios or something like that. And try to simplify these brackets down, okay? So can you see in this bracket, you can divide both of these numbers by 2. So that's what you go and do, right? So here's what we're going to do. Make that x minus 5. In the second bracket, you can't really divide those down by anything. That will leave you with whole numbers. So you just leave it, right? And then 2x minus 1. And that there is factorized. Done. It's super, super easy, okay? But what I would say is that once you've done all your work and you've got to the right answer, make sure you cross through this, okay? Because technically that's not mathematically correct because you've got 2x and 2x at the front, okay? So get rid of that. But you've got the right answer just over there. Perfect. And it's so much quicker, so much easier than the other method, all right? Perfect. Let's try another one. So here's A, B, and C. And we'll go A is equal to 5 this time, B is equal to minus 13, and C is equal to 6. Multiply A and C together. So that's 5 times by 6 this time, which is 30. Make a note of what B was. That was minus 13. Okay, so think of pairs of numbers this time that multiply to 30. So what have we got? We got 5 times 6 minus 5 times 6. What else? We've got 10 times 3 and minus 10 times minus 3. And I think that's the one we need actually, because it needs to add up to minus 13, right? So let's just circle that. Minus 10 and minus 3, that's the numbers we're going with. Now remember, set up our 2 brackets. And what goes in the front this time? Well, because the number in front of the x squared is 5, all we're going to do is pop 5x in at the front. So 5x and 5x. And now all we do is we look at the numbers that we picked, which were minus 10 and minus 3, and throw those straight in. Now we look to simplify. I think we can simplify the first bracket here. We can divide both of the numbers by 5. So let's do that. We'll have x minus 2 and then 5x minus 3. Boom, boom, boom. And there it is. That's factorized. Remember the last part? Just get rid of this here real quickly. Bam, 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 bam. So that never happened, okay? Keep them all quiet. Perfect. And the last one here, let's get through this one really, really quickly. Last example. Start with A, B, and C again. So A, B, and C. A is equal to 2. B is equal to minus 5 and C is equal to minus 3. So this time A times C, that's 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. And make a note of B, so B was minus, that is so rubbish, there you go, minus 5. So when you think of numbers that multiply to minus 6, so we can do 3 times minus 2, or minus 3 times 2, or 6 times minus 1, or minus 6 times 1. Which one do we need? So we're going to need the ones that add up, sorry, to minus 5. So which one adds to minus 5? I think it's going to be this one here, minus 6 and 1. So once we've got our pair, what do? We set up some brackets, and in the front always goes x and x, and you put whatever number was in front of the x squared in front of these two x's. Okay, got it? Perfect. And then the numbers that we picked, throw them straight into the brackets. So minus 6 and positive 1. Look to simplify now. Which one can you simplify? I think this one over here. Divide it by 2. Dos. So then we'll have this, take away 3, and then 2x plus 1. And there it is, factorized. Last step, just get rid of that one again, as if that didn't happen, okay? So there we go, done. So this method will always get you to the right answer, and it's just there for people who find the other method a bit, challenging. If you can, use the other method, because obviously it'll keep everyone happy. This one here is going to upset a few people who love maths, okay? But it will get you to the right answer, as I said, and if the other one's really difficult, just go with this method, okay? Because it's going to get you to the right answer. Now, here's a couple of questions for you to do, so go over them, and yeah, we'll see how you do in a couple of seconds. Okay, time to go through the answers then. So I hope you started by doing some labeling, right? So A, B, and C. A would have been equal to 4, B is equal to minus 3, and C is equal to minus 1. So we start by doing A times C. So A times C would give us 4 times minus 1, that's just minus 4. And make a note of what B was minus 3. So now what do we need? We need numbers that multiply to minus 4, but add to minus 3. So that's going to be minus 4 and positive 1. Now what do we do with this? We set up two brackets, 4x at the front of each one. So like that. And then pop our number straight into there. So minus 4 plus 1. We can simplify that one there. Divide everything by 4. So x minus 1. And then 4x plus 1. And there it is. There's our answer. Now have a look at the other one. What have we got here? Well, we've got A, B, and C. A is equal to 2. B is equal to minus 3. And C is equal to minus 9. So A times C, what's that give me? That gives me minus 18. B is equal to minus 3. So we need numbers that times to minus 18 but add to minus 3. So that's going to be minus 6 and positive 3. And so, two brackets. Remember, 2x at the front of each this time. And just throw your numbers in. So that there, plus 3. And then which one can you simplify? I think we can simplify the first one there. Divide both by 3. And so we'll have x minus 2 and 2x plus 3. And there it is. Now remember, after you've done all that, you've got the right answer. Make sure just get rid of this and get rid of this. And there it is, there it is. Done. All right, so I hope you have got those practice questions correct and you understand using that method. Go away, Google up a couple more and maybe practice it there as well. Make sure you can get to the right answer every single time. Remember, you can always double check it by expanding it at the end. So, as I said before, I would always use the other method if you can understand it, so the proper method. But if you can't, then by all means, try this. It should get you, as I said, to the right answer every single time. So, until next time, keep practicing your maths, and I'll see you then.